Wildman? Where are you, Wildman?
We have to start by you retrieving me.
Okay, Wildman? Are you here? Wildman? Wildman?
I'm in here!
Okay.
I kind of wanted you to knock, so let's try that again.
No, I'm not gonna. I don't want to move my feet.
No, it's all right. Let's try knocking.
No, okay, let's see where I am.
Okay. Here we go.
Andy.
Okay, no, you gotta knock.
Wildman, are you there?
The wild man is here.
All right.
And welcome to this episode of Papi and the Wildman.
Sounds good.
I see you wearing a Yankees cap.
Oh, yeah. They're playing.
They played the Boston Red Sox yesterday. I watched some of the game. Did they win or lose?
Yeah, they won. They beat Boston. They play a doubleheader today. Should be an interesting doubleheader day for Yankee baseball.
Yeah. Personally, I'm not really too much of a fan of the New York Yankees. I think they're too pretentious. I don't know. Just the whole like of greater importance being this winning team. It kind of like sours me. I'm not really too much of a fan of the New York Yankees.
So you think the other teams are trying to lose?
No, I don't really like baseball all that much. But the New York Yankees are what it ain't. You know, it's just not a fan.
Okay. I like the Yankees. That's my team.
Yeah, I know.
I'm a fan.
You are a fan. Very good, very cool. So, do you notice anything I'm wearing?
Spider-Man?
It is Spider-Man. No, actually, it's Deadpool. That's another Marvel superhero. His all right, well, let's talk naturally. So, what have you been doing this week?
Oh, gee. Well, it's been a little bit hot, so I've been trying to tend to my garden and my plants and such. They need a lot of water. They need a lot of help in the hot weather.
Oh yeah,
Tomatoes are beginning to come out really good.
Yeah, sometimes gardening is what you need to do. It's therapeutic in nature, gardening.
Oh yeah, and one of my sunflowers actually has 6 flowers on it, and there's 6 more ready to pop. So there's going to be 12 heads to one plant of sunflowers.
Okay, I'm going to ask you a little bit of a personal question, but I'm going to throw it out there because people like personal questions. Papi, do you believe in God?
Yes, I do.
And like what type of God do you believe in? Catholic, Christian?
I think there's only one God. I mean, and he doesn't dress this way.
No, he does not.
Where was that from?
I don't know. Well, where was that from?
Of the Avengers.
Well, what scene in it from the Avengers?
Okay, when Loki came down and they were in a plane and they were out to try to locate Loki for the first time, and Thor jumped out and Captain America was about to jump out, and he was warned by Hill.
If you believe in God, how do you explain countries like North Korea, nuclear war, starvation in Africa, just like all of these crises? If there is a God, why would he allow this to go on?
I think God is...
And even you might say, oh, that's the devil, but like, how do you explain birth defects, like people that are born conjoined twins and things like that?
Yeah, but you can't blame that on God, or you can't say that's God. I mean, we're here to prove ourselves, let's say, and
but like people that are born with like 2 heads, for example, that it makes it seem like it is all nature. I mean, I want to believe in God. I want to think there's a purpose to our existence. That we're not just merely a passing phase. That we will see our loved ones again in the afterlife. I mean, I think we all want to believe that, but when push comes to shove, I think it's pretty clear that it might just be nature. I want to be disproven. I want to believe there's a God, but sometimes it's hard to believe in that,
Well, that's belief. I mean, there's going to be no proof.
No, and I don't think less of anybody who believes in God. In fact, I want to believe in God, So it's kind of like one of those deals.
That's nice. That is good.
But I understand in these troubled times why it's hard having faith, because you know, it seems like it goes against science, it goes against logic, it goes against reason. Sometimes, like in the show Lost, Jack is a man of science, and John Locke is a man of faith. And John Locke is manipulated and winds up, you know, being used because he's a man of faith. I mean, that's a silly TV show, but, you know, I guess they had an anti-religion theme to the show, so, and, you know, I want to believe in God, and I think at some point maybe I will get into Christianity. Sometimes they say people can just sense there's a God. Sometimes you just know, but, so, what do you think?
You know, it's what somebody's personal beliefs are. I mean, you can't tell somebody who is anti-religion to be religious. You can't tell somebody who wants to refute something based on science that, you know, they're correct or they're not correct. I mean, it's what somebody actually feels or somebody what believes. I mean, if you feel that the reason you're here on Earth is, or you're living, is because it's a gift from God, and this is your gift, then that's nice. I mean, that's a good thought. But if you feel that, you know, you were just born because of science and an accident and such, well, I mean, that's
like the Hulk, the accident. Like an accident goes wrong.
That's what you have to believe also.
I once asked my psychiatrist, I was watching this atheist speaker, and he was talking about how believing in God is a delusion. So I asked my psychiatrist, is believing in God a delusion? And he said, no. I think maybe he wanted me to join groups and find common interests with people, so he was telling me, no, believing in like Christianity and like this kind of thing is not a delusion. A lot of people believe in God. But the atheist speaker I was listening to was saying, there are common delusions that a lot of people believe in, and, you know, God might be one of them, but that's his biased opinion. That's his personal opinion.
Of course,
you know. So you can't take that as fact. I mean, sometimes there are people that are fake. You can just sense God's existence. Well, like for example, I'll be like, you know, God, give me a sign if you're present in my life, and like the Gatorade will like twitch, and I'll be like, you know, does that make sense? No. The twitching Gatorade is proof of God's existence.
Well,
I mean, like sometimes you get like a gust of wind. You'll think, is my loved one still alive? And like wind will blow in your face, and you'll be like, that is proof God exists. And when I just said that, as a matter of fact, I had a little bit of Gatorade on my finger, and Gatorade splashed my neck. And I took that as a sign. Maybe God is telling me I exist. Be a man of faith. And you might say it's delusional. You just got water on yourself, but
life is delusional. I mean, you can, no matter what you believe in life or what you don't believe in life, it's all a delusion.
And I know I think the reason I'm so frustrated about faith is because I want to believe in God. I want to believe there's a God, but it's also important to question. And I think when push comes to shove, at the end of the day, I'm going to believe in God. I'm going to believe there's a creator, and that is what it is.
That is what it is.